Hi, I'm Jennifer Seifert, and I am a creativity life coach. www.jenniferseifert.com. That's SEIFERT.com. So I just came home from a funeral, and I was going to talk about perspective last time, and I think I'm going to talk about it now. Perspective and compare despair. Oftentimes, in our society with social media and everything that's going on in the world, we have a tendency to listen to people brag on their posts. I mean, it happens all the time. People don't like to share when they're in grief. They share when they're happy about something or they've accomplished something. And if we don't feel like we've been playing our game up to par, or we don't feel like we've been really contributing to society or whatever it is, if we feel like we've been a stay-at-home mom for too many hours in a day and we haven't gotten out and actually had a conversation with another adult human being, sometimes the result is a compared despair. And this can be devastating to anyone if you allow yourself to spiral down into this pattern. And I'm speaking from experience. I have done this so many times, just scrolling through Facebook and realizing, like, wait a second, I never got to go to that premiere, and I never got to hang out with those famous people, and I'm, changing diapers all day and not fulfilling my dreams. And I want to offer you a little story about perspective. A couple years ago, when I had my first baby, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis after delivery, about 6 weeks after delivery, and I couldn't walk, and I couldn't change his diaper, much less complain about changing his diaper. I wasn't getting any sleep because I had a newborn, and I had a shower stool. I looked like a 99-year-old woman. And in fact, when my mom saw me, she said, "You're not, what's wrong with you? You're not moving." And I couldn't. And I was in so much pain that all I really wanted to do was to die. And it's hard to even say those words now, especially coming off of today and realizing what an incredible gift this life is. But I was in that much chronic pain. And I promised myself in those days and those nights that followed the delivery, and it was a good year of absolute, total, undeniable pain. I promised myself that if I could get through it and on to the other side, I would never again compare despair about something small, like a premiere or an acting job or something that didn't seem to even match up to the level or the degree of which I was feeling this depression and this sadness and this need for escape. And to be honest with you, for the last 6 years, very rarely do I come across something that makes me, quote, jealous, where I compare with somebody and I think, I'm not as skinny as they are, or I'm not as pretty as they are, or I'm not as talented as they are, or I'm not getting to, drink cocktails with that famous person who, I've heard so many terrible things about. Why would I want to do that anyway? But it's a lot different now because I don't take this life for granted. Once I was out of pain and once I was actually in a place to enjoy my children and enjoy my life, I had perspective and I had been there. And at the same time as all of this was happening, my firstborn was about 2 years old and my little one was about 6 months old. A friend lost her 2 children. And I remember that being a moment of clarity and such profound sadness beyond anything that I had ever experienced, that I promised myself that I didn't even have a right to complain about the mediocre sadness I was feeling about myself and the limitations that were put on me physically, because she was going through something so undeniably horrible that it put everything in perspective for me. I don't think that you need a tragedy like that in order to put it in perspective. I think you can step back and really list the gratitude points of your life and really focus in on what is important in the long run. Because let me tell you, this funeral today, the small things don't matter to that man. He's gone. What matters are the people that he affected and the people that he brought joy to. So the next time that you're in a moment of compare despair, instead of worrying about where you are in a society or how you look or how you're presenting yourself, maybe think about how you're affecting other people. Okay. And if you visit my website, you can download my free ebook. Once again, that's www.jenniferseifert.com.